Hi everyone, my name is Oshina. Welcome here. I did a little bit of reorganizing, so you will see a few different books in the background than normal. Just displaying Midnight Sun. Didn't mean to do that, but I don't hate it. So yeah. Okay, this is my summer video. Very excited. I know I'm wearing like black, but like I self-tanned, so I'm letting it develop. Okay, so if I look tan, it's fake, but I love it. Okay, so anyways, here we are, my summer video. What I mean by that is this is gonna be a summer TBR, a summer new releases, and a summer recommendation video, all in one. I did this for spring as well, and I really enjoyed it because each one could be its own video, but I just want to talk about it all in one video. So hopefully that's okay. So I'm gonna start with the new releases, or I'm gonna start the recommendation. Maybe like I'll put timestamps for each one. I am going to start with the new releases because I'm excited about it, and this is what I know right now. There could be other ones. I haven't done a super deep dive, but these are the ones that like stand out to me that I definitely want to read when they release. Okay, number 1, June 4th. Okay, Summer Romance by Annabel Monaghan. I have medium excitement about this book because I loved Nora Goes Off Script, DNF'd same time next summer, something like that, something in summer. So that is interesting. I don't know how I'm gonna like this book. I haven't read what it's about, but because I loved Nora Goes Off Script, I just want to try everything that this author writes until I decide like this was a one-hit wonder. We'll see. But yeah, so Summer Romance, I have requested it through the library, so it will come eventually and I will read it and let you guys know. Then June 11th is the Rom-Commers by Katherine Center. I've heard very mixed reviews about this book, so I'm so curious how I'm gonna feel about it. So it is coming in through the library. I will be reading it and we shall see. Some of my friends have liked it, some have not. So I'm, again, just very curious what my thoughts are gonna be on it. Katherine Center tends to write clean, like closed door romance books with like a lot of like women's fiction themes. And I just really like her writing and her storytelling, so I think I could like this book, but again, there might be some content that makes me not like it, so I will let you guys know. Then July 2nd, you guys, Reckless by Lauren Roberts. Reckless by Lauren Roberts. Do you guys know? This is my most anticipated release of this year, for sure. Okay, until I hear something else, but like, no. Most anticipated. I cannot wait. I pre-ordered it. It better get here on release day. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna have to stay off social media until it comes in because I'm gonna film a reading vlog for it and I'm gonna read it the second it gets in my hands, okay? I cannot wait. Dropped my book, bent the page. That's what I get for, look, I'm just messed up my whole summer page. Look at that. Because of Reckless, because I'm so excited. It's fine. Listen, this is the sequel to Powerless. We already know. I just love this romantasy story. I really do. And this is like so far a clean but like tense option, tense romantic banter option for us girlies who want to read clean closed door romances. So it better stay closed door. It better stay clean. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But I will let you guys know. Okay, here we go. Very excited about that. Okay, and then August 13th, we jump into August, is by Beyond Ivy Walls by Rachel Fordham. I'm getting hyped up by these books. That's why I wanted to start with the new releases because like, I'm hyped now. Okay, August 13th, Beyond Ivy Walls, Rachel Fordham, new favorite historical romance fiction Christian author. Okay. Her writing is just so good to me. Love it. So this book, I have read what it's about, but it's been a while. So I think a lot of people are going to like this book because of what it's about. So as far as like the little vague moments, like just here, stay with me. This girl goes to this like manor and she's either getting protected by a guy or something. And he has to like teach her how to survive. Something like that. Okay, super vague, but that's all you need to know. Okay, it's gonna be romance, historical, what I actually like. Okay, surprised. Great way to end off the summer, right? So there we go. Those are the new releases that I am aware of that I would like to share with you all. Quite a mixed bag, actually. Something for everyone, so that's great. Okay, I am going to do the TBR next just because all of these new releases are also on my summer TBR. So just carries right into it. So summer TBR. Instead of picking like exact books, I decided to pick authors because I just need a little bit more freedom. So TBR, first of all, Jenny Proctor, definitely want to continue reading her books. She has a lot of books to choose from. I have a couple audiobooks in my access and then a couple like physical books from my library too. I would like to start collecting her books physically and like own them, but I'm a slow collector because I don't spend my money very much and books are expensive here, so you know. But yeah, definitely want to continue reading her. And then another author is Katie Bailey. I think I've only read 2 of her books, but I really liked her writing and they were one of her earlier books, so I feel like her newer ones are going to have even better writing and I'll like them even more. So I would like to try more of her books because they had the feel of like a Sarah Adams, but they're clean and like closed door. So that's great. And then Lynn H. Blackburn. She has a trilogy I haven't read and then a new release. And I have requested the new release, Never Fall Back or something, Never Fall Again. Something about never. So Beneath the Surface is another book. It starts a trilogy and I might read that book, but I also might read her new release. I might read both. But she is also becoming one of my favorite romantic suspense authors. So want to continue. What else do we have? Rachel Fordham, of course. But also I would like to read this book this summer as well. Yours Truly, Thomas. This is like a companion book or like set in the same world as The Hope of Azure Springs. Okay, Tammy L. Gray. I own this book, Sellout. And then I also have a Kindle book called Shattered Rose, I think is the name of it. Either one, I would like to read. This I think is YA, Shattered Rose, not sure. Shattered Rose starts a series and this one is a standalone, I think. So we'll see, but I want to read at least one Tammy L. Gray book this summer. Okay, away from the Christian fiction authors, Jennifer Lynn Barnes. She has 2 very popular series and I want to try one of them. So either The Naturals, which I've heard really good things about and I really think I'll like it. I think I'll actually like it better than The Inheritance Games from what I've heard about the series. I think The Naturals is more up my alley. It sounds just more like something I will like. They're both young adults and, you know, like clean, which is great. But The Naturals is about kids that have powers and love anything with like superpowers, stuff like that. So I think I could like it. But then also The Inheritance Games is also really popular. And I think there's a spin-off series that's still coming out. So it'd be interesting to get on board with that. So either way, I will get either one from the library. We'll see which one comes in first. And then Freida McFadden as well. I would like to read at least one more of her books, either the next book in the Housemaid trilogy or just a different one. I don't know, or maybe both again. So we'll see about that. But I did want to show this, The Case for Hope. I think I want this to be my like summer book. It's kind of in a devotional style, but it's not a devotional. Like there's chapters and paragraphs and the things, whatever you can read, but it's like shaped like a devotional. So it gives me those vibes. And so I think I want to read this over the summer. So that's my plan. And I'm looking forward to reading about hope by Lee Strobel. I just love the way he writes. And so yeah, this will be easy to like travel with because I will be going on different trips this summer. So I'm excited about that. So this can travel with me. Oh, I also forgot. I would really like to read another another Charles Martin book, and I have Water from My Heart. I think this is the one that I want to read next. His books sometimes are so intense that like I'm reading for like happiness, not for intensity most of the time. So yeah, these books don't necessarily make you happy, but they also always have like a good message. So anyways, I may read this in the summer, we'll see. Okay, now for my recommendations. So thank you for sticking with me. Hopefully you can have some recommendations from this video. I do have 2 other summer videos with recommendations. I didn't watch them back to like see if I'm gonna repeat myself, so I might repeat myself, but I also tried to include like newer books that I haven't mentioned as much, but whatever. So here we go. Number 1 is The Roads We Follow by Nicole Deese. This is so good. This is a perfect summer book because it's literally set during summer and they're road tripping across America, and there's romance, there's family drama, there's redemption, there's faith. all the things. So definitely recommend this one. I have talked about it fairly a lot on my channel lately because I loved it and I was so surprised, and I gave it 5 stars. So definitely recommend. It's coming in the mail eventually. It's probably in by now, but at this moment it's not in. Another one is Love in Tandem by Becca Kinzer. This book, definitely a fun summer read, okay? I think it's also set during summer, so good times. So this follows a couple who is fake dating, and they also have to tandem bike ride across America to win a prize. And it's very funny. Lots of like silly moments happen, great romance. It's clean, just all the things. So definitely recommend this. And it just has summer vibes, like the cover. Isn't there a campfire on it? I forget. I don't own this book, but I definitely enjoyed it. So recommend that for the summer too. Another good one, Unknown Threat by Lynn H. Blackburn. You guys, this book, romantic suspense, Christian, great romance. Okay. If you want romance, read this book. And really good found family, great friend group to follow. Mystery that's interesting, but really it's like the characters and the relationships and the romance that makes it amazing. Gave it 5 stars. Highly recommend for the summer. It's just fun and lighthearted for the most part, but just like such great romance vibes. So definitely recommend. Another like suspense, romantic suspense is Never Miss by Melissa Koslin. So good. I really want to own this book. This is a standalone. You follow like an ex-CIA sniper, and she's just on the run from her family because her family is also a family of snipers, but they're like rogue and they do bad things. So she doesn't want to associate with them, but she also doesn't want to be with the CIA anymore. And so she's kind of like being aloof, and then she meets this guy who like is caught up in stuff, and she gets caught up in it too, and they have a romance. But like there's such good mystery, but the writing style, I just love the way she writes. Like you really get in these characters' heads, and it just is so immersive and such a quick read. So if you need a quick read, read this book. More suspense, guys. One Wrong Move, Dani Pettrey. This book, I really think you should get into this series. I'm excited about it. This follows another great friend group. I think it's all about like the found family friend group within these romantic suspense, which most of them have it. But the dynamics and the way that Dani Pettrey wrote it in this book just really took it to the next level. I liked it a lot. And you follow this girl who is a art heist investigator, an art something to do with art, and then investigator, FBI, something like that, also is on the case. And so they're like working together, and she meets his family, and there's a romance. Such good romance, so mature. And what else? Just really good romance and banter and high suspense. Like definitely some heart pumping moments. You're gonna want to read it, and can't wait for the next book. Like they set up, she set up the next couples so perfectly well that I'm like dying to know. So I for sure am going to be following this series. This was 4 stars because there were some slow parts with the mystery, but still such a fun series to get into. And this is like a bit of a chunker, so you'll just be able to sit down and get immersed and love it. And it has like a sunset on it, so summer. You want to get into a fantasy book? Read Heart of Red, Blood of Blue. This is the best Christian fantasy of all time. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. In my opinion. Okay, my opinion, best Christian fantasy ever. Very subtle Christian vibes, but like so clean, just like a standalone fantasy with like mystery and romance and like kingdoms, and kind of starts out intense because you follow this princess who is the last heir to the throne. There's been an assassin going around killing her whole family, and her dad, the king, decides to marry her off to another king who's old and nasty. So she runs away, and you follow her running away and the stuff that happens, and it's crazy. It's so good, okay? Twisty, turny, fun. Love it. Highly recommend. Okay, you guys. If you want to get into a romance trilogy for the summer, read Love and a Little White Lie. So good. Okay, and I even think this is set during summer. I think. Something like that. Anyways, you follow this atheist woman who gets hired by a church, and she doesn't tell them she's an atheist. So she's like helping the pastors do their thing, and she meets a guy, and then she meets another guy, and it's so good. Okay, you see her faith come and grow, and there's relationships and there's romance and there's like a little mystery with her family. So good, okay? The way that Tammy L. Gray writes the characters, their thoughts, the banter, the romance, everything about this, amazing. You must read it. It's so good. So read this during the summer because you'll love it. I could keep going, okay? And we will. Okay, I'm gonna recommend Things You Save in a Fire by Katherine Center because fires, summer, in BC we have forest fires all the time. It's really sad. Like most of the sky is filled with smoke during the summer because of all the forest fires, so it's sad. So maybe this will be a little triggering, but if you don't live in BC, fine, okay? So Things You Save in a Fire is about a female firefighter who gets transferred to a different fire station that has never had a woman firefighter before, and I'm losing my voice. Let's get a drink. Okay, I am now filled with liquid. So Things You Save in a Fire. Yeah, so she gets transferred to this fire station that's never had a female firefighter before, and they're freaking out. They're like, women cannot be firefighters, what? So they're like kind of sexist about it. And you just follow her struggle of integrating into this team, and there is a romance with one of the other rookie firefighters. And I really just love the message of this book, mainly that women are strong and we can compete with men in some things, but then there's things where we don't need to compete because we were built differently, and guys are good at things, women are good at things, they're both important. So I really like that message. And then there's such a message of forgiveness and grace in this book that was so epically amazing that like blown away. So like read it just for that, because like I couldn't believe that this author, what is her faith? Because like it just was so clearly the gospel that I was amazed. So that is why this book is so great. There's a little bit of language. It's closed door. They do kiss. There's suggestive things being said, but it's not to the level where it's too much for me. So take that for what you will. But seriously, the message in it, amazing. Okay. So highly recommend. And it just feels like summery to me. Even this cover, like so cute. Okay. You know what? I'm going to stop there because I'm losing my voice, and I feel like I've thoroughly given you summer books in this video. So hopefully that was enjoyable for you. I'm going to write every single book down below, and I'm going to put timestamps. So enjoy. Okay. And yeah, let me know what new release for this summer you're looking forward to, even if it's the same as me. Reckless, you know? Okay. And then yeah, maybe recommend us a summer book too that is clean and has romance in it. That's what I'm looking for, you know? And we'll see what I end up reading this summer, but it's going to be a really good summer. I'm looking forward to it. I already have really fun plans happening in my real life, so we'll see how that affects videos. I don't know. Some of it will be filmed. Some of it will just be me living my life. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what God does this summer. So yeah, thank you for being here with me, you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. I am pre-filming, so you will see. I don't know what's coming, but I'm excited. Things are going good, and have a good day, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.